Welcome to Newswire, news for Nebraska's farmers and ranchers.
This bill is a prime example that it affected a fairly small group of people, but affected them to a really great extent.
Sarpy County farmers gathered with Nebraska Farm Bureau and state dignitaries to celebrate the passage of LB 580, a fix to a property tax issue created when Gretna annexed roughly 3,000 acres of land. Tim Lorenz has farmed southeast of Gretna for more than 35 years. Wanting to ensure farming as an option for his children, he brought the issue to the attention of Farm Bureau.
On June 28th, my landlord, the Harder family, called me from Lincoln, Nebraska, and said, "Tim, we got a problem." And I said, well, I go to the Sarpy County Farm Bureau meetings every month. I'll mention it at the July meeting, which we did. I go, that's the long-term answer, I thought, be through Farm Bureau. My home place where I live is only a mile away, which could easily be annexed in the near future by the other cities. So we have skin in the game now and even more so potentially in the future.
In addition to land he owns, Lorenz rents farmland from James Harder, who saw his tax bill jump from $10,000 to $62,000 with the loss of the Greenbelt status, a special tax valuation for farmland.
The assessed valuation was $482,092, but for the next year, the 2023 assessed valuation, which would be paid in 2024, was $2,590,616. So that's a 537% increase in the valuation. You know, we know taxes are important, but when it comes to being 2.5 times or more what we can get for rent, that puts us into a money-losing situation that you can't tolerate that.
Senator Rick Holdcroft, along with several other senators, introduced LB 580, which allows land that is continually farmed to retain its valuation as agricultural or horticultural land until such a time as the land is commercially developed.
I was not aware of the issue until he brought it to my attention. But the issue was back in 2017, we had Gretna annexed about 3,000 acres of land for future growth, and 880 acres of it was farmland. And because of the way the statutes were currently written, or were written, that land was no longer eligible for the special taxation for agricultural land. And so we put together a bill with the help of Farm Bureau and brought it forward, and everybody thought it was a great idea, the right thing to do, and so we were able to get it across the line. It really was a team effort.
While this issue was brought forward from Sarpy County Farm Bureau, the effects of LB 580 will benefit all farmers and ranchers across the state who are near growing cities and towns. To celebrate this crucial win, Nebraska Farm Bureau hosted an event at Vala's Pumpkin Patch. Tim Vala, the owner of the Pumpkin Patch, was another farmer involved in crafting LB 580 and would have been deeply affected by the loss of the Greenbelt status.
Farm Bureau got things done in a hurry. Tim Vala and my son and Jim Harder met in Lincoln the first week in January, and we met Bruce Riker in the State Farm Bureau office. As soon as we got in the parking lot, first thing Tim Vala said to me was, we could never got this done by ourselves.
For Senator Holdcroft, LB 580 was not a rural versus urban issue, but rather an opportunity to support farmers and ranchers now and in the future by protecting their ability to stay on their land and do what they love.
You really feel like you can make a difference in people's lives. And so, you know, that's kind of why I ran for office, and it's all about service to people, and so I hope to continue to be able to do that.
For more stories like this, visit nefb.org and follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Thanks for watching Newswire.